Hey everybody, it's Jasmine. Now today I wanted to sit down and just play with some makeup and just talk. I don't know why, but I'm in like a gossiping mood. And it's also a little chilly. I don't want to turn on the heater because I'm saving money, you know what I mean? It's like adult thing. So I'm gonna just wrap myself up in this big robe that I got like, ooh, when did I get this? Like a couple years ago. I got it at Forever 21. So I wanted to just sit down and just have fun today. I went to Target the other day and I found a fresh display of the e.l.f. Halo Glow Liquid Filter. Now I do have the Charlotte Tilbury one, so I want to do kind of a side-by-side. I wanted to choose the shade Fair Light because I felt like the other ones leaned either too pink or too orange, and I thought this looked fine. So here we go. I'm gonna grab my mirror. Some people actually use this all over the face, and I've heard people say that this has more pigment than Charlotte Tilbury, so we will definitely see. I'm gonna just do one side just like this. Oh yeah, it definitely has more pigment in terms of coverage than Charlotte Tilbury, and I can see why people are actually just using this and leaving the house. Okay. Now for the Charlotte Tilbury, I have the shade Fair. I'm gonna do, you know, the same thing on the other eye. I'm gonna flip my sponge around and just use the clean side for the Charlotte. Okay. I feel like Charlotte's side has more of a pearlescent sheen than the e.l.f. side, so I feel like Charlotte gives me more glow, but then this side is definitely more like healthy tinted moisturizer-y. I honestly don't have any new foundations, but I do have the ShopMissA CC Cream. This is in the shade Light Medium. I have tried it before and it's a very beautiful finish. However, the shade is just a teeny bit too warm for me, so I think that once I get like a tan, like during the summer, I do think that this will match me. For now, I need to mix it in with something just a little bit lighter. I have tried the original ShopMissA BB cream and I reviewed it a very long time ago on my channel when it first launched. Now the BB cream was not my favorite because I felt like it didn't really give a lot of coverage, and I know there are a lot of people out there who just love a tinted moisturizer, but I felt like it didn't really give me anything in terms of longevity, coverage, anything like that, so I just stopped using it. Now this CC cream actually has coverage and it stays on the skin beautifully. Watch as I blend this out. It just really melts into the skin, and I feel like ShopMissA should have launched this first before their BB cream because I feel like it's giving the BB cream a run for its money. Now as I sit here and blend, girl, I have been fiending to just gossip for some reason. I have just been wanting to just talk about my feelings and just life in general, because life is not easy, life is hard. I'm an adult, I gotta do adult things, and let me tell you, a lot of people have been pushing my buttons, and I have been so close to just blowing up on people, but you know I can't because I have to stay professional, especially when it involves my job. By the way, if you haven't tried the Urban Decay Quickie Concealer, it's a new holy grail. Oh my gosh, it is so good. I love this thing so freaking much. I have the shade 40NN. It just blends out like butter and it just lasts on the skin forever. Even though you might love your job, you're still gonna have a really good day or really bad days, and that's totally normal. That's just the wave of life, you know? So with that being said, this past weekend I was working a wedding and I, you know, had a full day ahead of me. It was gonna be from 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. and I had to be in 2 different locations. So as you can imagine, you gotta like hurry your little butt up to make it to the next location so that you're not running behind. So I'm on time, I'm working on the mother of the groom, and by the way, if you're not a makeup artist or if you don't work in the wedding industry, A lot of horror stories typically come from the moms because they feel like it's their day, which is like totally normal. Sometimes they feel like that, and then sometimes they're just like, I'm here to have fun. You either have one of the two. Now, we had a micromanager, baby, and she was just like telling me the entire time I was doing her makeup, please give me natural makeup. I don't want anything too crazy. So I tell her, yeah, that's fine. Like, let's do it. So by the time we like get to the lipstick portion, I'm assuming we're doing something close to her natural lip color because we've been doing natural this whole time. And so I give her a natural lip color. I give her the mirror and I ask her, how is it? Do you like it? She goes, no, not at all. So I'm like, okay, let's find a color that you like. So I have the Danessa Myricks Luxe Cream Palette, and I've also depotted some of my own lipsticks into that palette as well. It's a clear palette, similar to like this powder where you have a clear window and you could see the color underneath, right? So it's a grid, and I just told her, you know, point to me like what color screams out to you. If none of them do, I have other lipsticks that we could choose from. So she points to a hot pink, which is not a problem, but I think it just threw me off because I think up until this point, we've been just doing very minimal, very natural, very minimalistic, no makeup, and then now we're doing a hot pink. Now she ends up loving the pink lipstick color on her, which I was ecstatic about. I was like, yes, girl, do your thing. You're a bold lip girly. Love that so much. And that's just what I do, even though I was thrown off. But you know, I wanna make sure that you're satisfied with your makeup. But what really threw me in for the loop was the fact that she took the disposable makeup wand out of my hand. She like snatches it out of my hand, and I'm like, oh, you know, I don't say anything because I think it just like, again, it just threw me off, and I was like, oh, okay. And so she just applies like her lipstick herself, but I've already applied it. So she was the type of person who wanted the last swipe. You know, it's like when you do something, but it's like, oh, but like, let me do, and now I'm good. Like now I'm satisfied. So she was the type of person to want the last touch. I was like, okay, totally fine. And then she like reaches for my lipstick palette and she's about to double dip. And I was like, no, you don't double dip, period. Because that's not sanitary and it's a cream palette. So once you double dip, it's no longer sanitary. I then hand her a clean disposable lipstick wand, and she just wants to apply more lipstick herself, and I was like, yeah, that's fine. So I kind of just like let her do her thing, you know, because it's already the last step, you know, so I'm just kind of cleaning up a little bit. So while she does that, I turn my back. She gets up out of her chair, reaches for my bag of disposables, and touches the heads of all of the disposables that were in the bag. And if you're not catching on, the moment you touch the head of the disposable with your hands, because I don't know if you washed your hands or not, they are contaminated. And I can no longer use them on other clients. When I tell you, I was hot, I was livid, I was angry because I turned my back for a second, and I was just like, how disrespectful can you be? Like, if you wanted me to just give you another disposable, if you wanted me to give you 5 disposables, 10 disposables, I will get it for you. But it's just the fact that you did it when I turned my back and you touched the heads of the disposables, like not even the handles. That just got me so mad. I literally took off my jacket. I was so hot. I was physically hot, heated. And she didn't just do this to me, but she did this to the hairstylist as well. Like, she took the hairstylist tools, styling herself and, you know, the other people. And she was just like, you know, like, I just like know how to do it and all this stuff. And bless the hairstylist soul, she had more patience than me because I was mad just like witnessing it. I was mad because, I don't know, it's just disrespectful. Like, if you wanted to do your own makeup and hair because you think you're better than us, then do it. Now you're just like causing me to have like high blood pressure, and now I'm just upset, now I'm hot, now I'm flustered. And at some point, it's not even about the money. You know what I mean? And I do have a clause in my contract, because I know somebody's gonna comment it. I do have a clause in my contract that states if you are disrespectful to me or take my tools, then the service comes to an end and you must pay in full. Because I don't tolerate it. And I have been in the industry for 9 years now. And quite frankly, I don't tolerate being disrespected. And this year I have been focusing more on my mental health, setting boundaries. And you know what? My boundary was crossed. I have the Ciate London Bamboo Bronzer in the shade South Beach. I've used this once and I don't know if I like it or not, so I'm gonna use it again. I feel like for a lot of business owners, they feel a little nervous to talk about the hardships in life, but I wish people told me what it's like to actually own your business, because going to school for business and actually owning your own business are two very separate things. And I just wish that I had people there to tell me more about the bad than just all of the good, because I think it would have prepared me to set my standards and boundaries a lot sooner. This bronzer is also very nice, very blendable. It's very pigmented, so I tap it on the brush and I have to tap a lot of it off just to make sure I'm only getting a light layer on my brush here. And also, on top of that, remember when I said everyone needed to be ready by 3 p.m.? No, they needed to be ready at 1:30. Can you imagine me literally just rushing to get everybody's makeup done before the photos because there was miscommunication? Yeah, not my best work. I will admit that. I will take it, because that's an hour and a half that I don't have. And yes, I work great under pressure, but when the photographer is literally asking you, are you done yet? Girl, just shut up. Like literally just shut up. Like I'm trying. Kind of want to try out this hot pink blush. I don't know the name of it, but it's by Kaleidos. I'll find it and I'll put it in the description box. But you know what? The moment I came home, I was crying. My boyfriend asked me what's wrong and I was like, I have a lot of things that's wrong, you know? And I just had a rough day that day, let me tell you. I did not have a good day at all. I was rough. It was rough. But aside from that, I also have amazing clients who absolutely love their makeup, and they reach out to me later and they just thank me 1,000,002 times, and they're just like, you made my wedding day so special. And that's what really gets me going. It's just like, the nice really outweighs the bad, even though that when I do have bad days, girl, I'm literally in the pit. I'm literally in an abyss of just like shit. If you've made it this far, I would love to hear about some of your work stories, because one, I'm nosy, and two, I also don't want to feel alone in this, because working in the wedding industry is definitely not for the faint of heart. You have to have a ton of patience and you have to be ready to improvise whenever you can. I have a new palette from Alter Ego. This is the Midsummer palette. Let me get a good look at this. Okay, so these are definitely neutral cool tones. More leaning on the cool for sure. I'm seeing how it picks up on camera here. Very cool tone. Got it. So what I think I want to do, I'm really into this purple, so I want to do a purple look, maybe pop in some of those green tones. Who knows? We're gonna take the shade Vanilla. I'm gonna pack this all over my eyelid. I'm going to just douse one side of this brush into the lavender shade, just like this. And then we are going to tap it on. Yup, there it is. There she blows. Oh my gosh, yes. I'm going to keep on tapping this onto the eyes here. That is so freaking cute. Now I'm gonna tap off a little bit of the powder that's on this brush, and then I'm going to just blend the edge of the shadow back and forth. What is this duochrome all about? Ooh, she's kind of like a pink to a gold. Okay, we're gonna use that. We're gonna take that on the finger And let's actually swipe it on our eyes. We're doing light swiping motions because we already have so much powder on our eyes that we need this to just stick down. So as of lately, my boyfriend and I have been watching My Hero Academia together. So good so far. We're only on season 2. Here's a close-up of this look. I'm not wowed, but we'll see what we can do from here. I'm gonna take that burnt orange called Solstice, and I'm gonna just pop this into the outer corner. I took a second to kind of just round out this look. I think it definitely looks a lot better with that burnt orange in my crease. Now I do want to do like maybe an olive wing. Yeah, that sounds fun. So we're using the shade Meadow on an angled brush, and I am going to just gently stamp this on. Honestly, the green liner is really not that bad, so I'm gonna keep it as is. I'm gonna work on my lower lash line. I really don't know what I wanna do here. Maybe we'll actually do colored eyeliner. Who knows? I'm gonna take a look at my kit. So for the lower lash line, I'm thinking that I want to use the ColourPop and Alice in Wonderland color stick. Actually, this is a shadow stick, very different from the color sticks. I like the shadow sticks more because it deposits more pigment and it lasts longer. So this one is the Cheshire one, and it is this beautiful dark magenta shade. I'm going to look up into the mirror and just apply as such. With a clean brush, I'm just going to wiggle this back and forth, and this is just going to allow the shadow stick to just blend down a little bit more. My camera died, which was absolutely rude because I was in the middle of telling you guys about my lashes. Hello, do you see how stunning they are? This is without me curling my lashes with a lash curler. Isn't that crazy? Now, I have been using the Tower 28 Make Waves mascara. This is only one coat. Absolutely stunning. Now, I do have to say that my lashes did grow because I was using castor oil for probably the majority of the pandemic. Like, I started in 2020. I fell off in about like 2021, 2022. And then I recently revisited castor oil again in my nightly routine. And I just feel like this has really helped my lashes grow naturally. This mascara is also a tubing mascara, so it just lasts on the eyes for a really long time. It's not too wet, so my lashes actually stay up and curled, which is amazing, especially if you have Asian lashes and they tend to really droop down after a while because mascaras can tend to be heavy, especially if they're too wet. But look at this. I'm staring deep in your soul, baby. Look at how good my lashes look. You can't tell me they don't look absolutely stunning. For a second there, I thought I didn't have a new highlighter, but in fact I do. This one's actually by ShopMissA. It's not a brand new highlighter, but it's just one that I haven't tried out. But this is their AOA Glow Within Illuminating Powder, and it's in the shade Brunch Date. I'm gonna just try it out. If it's not amazing, you guys will know. There's another highlighter that ShopMissA recently launched, and it is their Everglow highlighter. I have the shade Twilight. There's something in these highlighters that are just so reflective and so silky on the skin, and I don't have a gray cast. That's really pretty. That is really pretty. I really like that. You know what lipstick would look good with this look? MAC Modesty. I got this as one of my back to MAC lipsticks. This is like the perfect neutral, cool leaning color, so I'm gonna find a lip liner that'll go with that. Playing it safe with the Real Her I Am Confident. This is my holy grail lip liner. I feel like it goes with every single lip look that I do. And this is MAC Modesty. I'm gonna pop on these really cute earrings. I sell these on my website in case you're wondering. These are the opalite earrings. Oh my gosh. I freaking love this look. It's so bright, and I'm also using colors that I never really tend to use, but everything turned out beautifully. I look just very fresh and awake, and honestly, damn, I want to go out. I want to show off this makeup look. Maybe we could go to Target, get our distilled vinegar, because I've been needing to back it up in the kitchen. But thank you guys so much for tuning in and just listening to me rant about, you know, random work stories and just watching me play with new makeup. It was super fun to just sit down and get ready because I honestly haven't had time for myself, and this was just such a beautiful refresher. Now, if you guys want to see any videos from me, let me know in the comment section below what you guys want. I know a lot of you guys miss my empties videos, but trust, it is coming once the spring season comes to an end. And I guess I don't really have anything else to say, so I will see you guys in my next one. Bye! Peace out, Girl Scouts.